Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to take your standard trinomial from standard form to factored form. When we do this, we want to look for two numbers that multiply to a times c but add to b. Great thing is in this foldable and in this video, all of our examples are going to have when a is 1. So really, they just need to multiply to c and add to b. So here's how you do that. The steps are listed for you in 3 steps right here, but it's easier for me to show you how to use these steps when we look at an example. So down here I have x squared plus 7x plus 12. So the first thing I need to do is I need to list the factor pairs of c. So what two numbers multiply to 12? Well, we get 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Those are the only set of numbers that I can use to multiply to 12 for right now. Now what I want to do is, now that I've listed my factor pairs, I want to look for a set of numbers that also add to 7. Well, 1 plus 12 is 13, 2 plus 6 is 8, but 3 plus 4 is 7, and 3 times 4 is 12, so that works. Now the way that we write this into factored form is we do x plus 3 times x plus 4. This is the same equation but written into factored form. We can check our answer by foiling this. X times x is x squared, x times 4 is 4x, x times 3 is 3x, and x times 4 is, 3 times 4 is 12. So this comes out to x squared plus 7x plus 12. So that works. Down here, what we have is x squared plus 4x minus 12. So again, the first thing I want to do is I want to list my factors of negative 12, my factor pairs. So I could do negative 12 and 1. I could do negative 2 and 6, or I could do negative 3 and 4. Now this is a little bit trickier because we do have a positive b value and a negative c value. So what I need to do here is I need to look again which factor pair adds to positive 4. And so for this example, it would be negative 2 and 6, because negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. So I could rewrite this into factored form by writing x minus 2 and x plus 6. And again, if I were to foil this, I would get this same equation but in standard form. So what I have here, x squared plus 4x minus 12 is standard form. I factored it and wrote it in factored form. Down here, I have one more example, again, multiplying to, in this case, positive 12. So that could be, but because my b value is negative, that means that both these numbers have to be negative. So negative 12 and negative 1 has to be negative 2 and negative 6, negative 3 and negative 4. So if they have to add to negative 13, then it's going to be this set right here. So this becomes x minus 12 and x minus 1. Okay, so again, if I were to FOIL this, I should get this same equation listed up here. So that is one way that you can go from standard form to vertex form. Another way that you might see this is something that we call the Xbox method. And this works when, again, your a value is 1. So for example, if I have x squared plus 5x plus 6, this number up here is going to be the number of a times c, and this number is b. So again, I want to look for two numbers that multiply to a times c, but add to b. So in this example, a is 1, b is 5, and c is 6. So if I were to set this up, 1 times 6 is 6, and then my b value just goes down here. Now I need to look for two numbers that multiply to 6 but add to 5. So here you could list out your factors of 6. You do 1 times 6. You could do 2 times 3. And now I need to find the set that adds to 5. Well, 2 and 3. So this would be 2 and 3. So it's x plus 2 and x plus 3. Okay, and again, if I were to FOIL this, I'll get this same equation.